Welcome to our presentation, Creating STEAM Projects Through the Design Thinking Process. We will be introducing what STEAM projects can look like using Scratch, a block-based coding program, to showcase student learning in all subject matter. We will be your presenters for this poster session. The ISTE student standard that we will be focusing on is Innovative Designer. We choose to combine STEAM with design thinking because we want our students to utilize a design thinking process to create authentic projects that require them to work with multiple disciplines with an emphasis on computer science concepts. Students are gaining agency and using their creativity to create computational artifacts. Here are some examples of our students as innovative designers. Students are using Scratch to design and create projects. Students are practicing computational thinking as they create Scratch coding projects about human body systems. Students use their imagination and interests to create a community solution and create innovative projects like musical instruments using upcycled materials and a makey-makey circuit board.
Our understanding of the design thinking process has evolved, and multiple sources have influenced our understanding, starting with Stanford D School, and then Project Invent, and Mitch Resnick's Creative Thinking Spiral. Design thinking is a mindset and an approach to learning, collaboration, and problem solving. In practice, the design process is a structured framework for identifying challenges, gathering information, generating potential solutions, refining ideas, and testing solutions. We also have a simplified version of the design thinking process for our younger students, modified from the creative thinking spiral. In any version or format, we wanted the design thinking process to be a tool for students to feel empowered to create any computational artifact with an end user in mind. We wanted student projects to have multiple content areas highlighted and give it an authentic audience and purpose.
We will now walk you through an example of a STEAM project using the design thinking process. Each phase of the design thinking process will be defined as applied to each step of the STEAM project. In this project, students used the design thinking process to create an interactive field trip t-shirt and their client teachers requested. According to the Stanford Design Thinking Process Guide, empathy is the centerpiece of a human-centered design process. The empathize mode is a work you do to understand people within the context of your design challenge. Students began this project of creating an interactive field trip t-shirt by listening to the Flipgrid teacher client video where teachers shared what they wanted the Save Their features to be for the t-shirts. Then they collaborated as a class to post the client's needs using the Nearpod Collaborate feature to discuss the essential features. The device stage is about bringing clarity and focus to the design space. It is your responsibility as a design thinker to define the challenge you are taking on, based on what you have learned about your user and about the context. Students then use the information from their client's needs to create an I can statement to create an action plan based on the project requirements. The next phase, ideate, is part of the design process in which you concentrate on idea generation. For this phase, students use a Nearpod draw feature to ideate possible design solutions for their interactive field trip t-shirt ideas for their prototype. The prototype phase is an iterative generation of artifacts intended to answer questions that get you closer to your final solution. Using the design from the idea phase, they built their prototype with Scratch and makey-makeys for their project's physical computing aspect. In the test mode, you solicit feedback about the prototypes you have created from your users and have another opportunity to gain empathy for the people you're designing for. Finally, students tested their prototype and ran their code in Scratch and makey-makey to see if it worked correctly and share their final product with their peers, both locally and globally through Flipgrid. Here are some of the students' final STEAM projects.
We also have some additional STEAM projects in Scratch. These projects will be available for you to view on our STEAM Projects Scratch Studio. There are also some additional resources available on our poster. And you can see those here. Thank you, and make sure to join our live session on Wednesday, December 2nd from 3 to 4 p.m.